You must prepare for war. You must be ready for battle. It's true. Lego the beast. We the champions. We the champions. We the champions. We the champions. Just call me Mr. Mashup. Everything I get mash up. When I touch the stage, I make the people put their hands up. Yeah, you know we camera. That is how we raise up. Like Ratty and say, everybody jump fuck off. Some people don't rate me, but we don't give up. If you have a hater, let me see your hands them up. And let them fools be talking. Why don't you more than barking? We about that action, we ain't really come to talk. Tell them hush them out. If they really don't know what they're talking about. Overconfident about they run the road. But I promise you one thing. Anytime you step foot with our we inside this ring, we go be the last one standing. From the time we strike up the band, watch the people them start to jam. We'll be the last one standing. Watch the hand and foot start to swing. Now we mash up everything. Now hey, 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 hey.
Yes, so we are live at Balisier House. Yes, we are live at Balisier House. You've seen it live here. And this is Fearless Warrior. Yeah. We live at Balisier House. Share the live. We have people who are down here, sitting down actually, because it's a long process. So, you know, you get a little updates, something in between. And right now, the delegates and them have all 41 constituencies supposed to be here. And they would have arrived earlier on today, right? Earlier on today, they would have arrived. And this man here is one of the main contenders, being ratified today actually. And they are ratifying him. Yes, they are ratifying him today. And so we are live. We are live down at Balisier House. And what is this? So you can share the live. You can let people know what is happening. We have we have some people who came down and supporting different persons. There are those who supporting Stuart Young, and there are those who supporting Penelope Beckers. They are not in the majority in terms of plenty people, because I see Roger Monroe has just arrived and he's now entering the building. Yes, Roger Monroe, he just arrived from Toko Sandy Grande. The education officer, Miss Laurel Zama, she came in about let me say 45 minutes ago. So members are still pouring in, and as I told you all, this is going to be a long hot summer. Yes, when I mean a long hot summer, there's going to be days. It's going to take some hours for this to be going through and finalizing. So there are people who are supporting the Prime Minister's pick, which is Mr. Stuart Young, and there are those who are supporting Ms. Penelope Beckers. So it is a very touchy subject, and we are here live from Balisier House. Now let me just see if I could just swing back my my camera here to me. Let me just swing back my camera here to me. Right, cameraman, swing it back to me. Right. So we will be here, and we will be bringing you this thing live. Please share the live. Please like, share, and subscribe, and also visit the chat room, or go to our platform bounceup.com Bounce Up Central is our YouTube channel. Good evening, Miss Washi. All you go home. Well, it's not any much. It's a little bit of people who come out to support. The media is here. The media is here. So you have different media houses who are present, as well as you have one or two bloggers who have reached here. Rudy, good evening, Miss Rudy. Yes, good evening, good evening. Please share live, let people know that we are broadcasting. I saw the man who just be giving all kind of stupid talk in the media here also. That is Mr. Akash. Akash. Yeah, so Akash is here. Smash up the lights. Yes. Yes, we have to go viral. So we are broadcasting this here live. And as I told you all how it will play out today. Well, as I told you all how it will play out today. What is happening right now? Let me just give you all a synopsis of what is happening inside of Balisier House at this point in time. Now you will have the members of parliament arriving, as well as you will have members from the various constituencies. Those are the delegates who are arriving. And the delegates, most of them are already inside with the MPs, as well as the majority of the delegates. So the meeting is in progress, right? So once the meeting is in progress, they will then start the meeting. It will be chaired by the chairman, and now it will then go on to the agenda, what's on the agenda, and then they will start to discuss what is the agenda that is happening right now at inside the Balisier House. Now Balisier House looking real nice, and I went inside when it was screening for the Tabakit constituency, and let me tell you something, it's real nice. It's real nice, it's real nice. And the other building, the big massive one next door to the original building, which was reconstructed, redesigned, rebuilt, but still have the same look. The new building is basically nearly, let me say, 80% completed. So, yes, good evening, Mr. Sligler, and Val, and all you all who are locking on. So, we are here, and as I told you all, Mr. Roger Monroe just arrived, and Ms. Laurel Zama, the education officer, she didn't too long arrive. So, many people are coming in, they are coming in, and they are going to be dealing with the issue. Now, you was blocked last night for your political opinion. Everyone is entitled to the opinion from being blocked. It may be different from yours. Well, I don't know, Winston, but sometimes, Winston, you have to understand the rules of the game, basically, right? But today should be a simple process. Today should be a simple process. It shouldn't have no long drawn out thing as what some people may be perceiving to have. I think the process was well dealt with at this point in time. And yeah, the process was well dealt with. And more and more you are seeing, well, there are people who are looking for parking at this point in time. Yeah, there are some people looking for parking. And so again, let me just show you all what is happening on the other side of the road. That is happening right now on the other side of the road. Let me just let the cameraman swing the camera. Yeah, swing the camera. Yes. Right. So what you are seeing here, we are seeing some members from Mova East. And we are seeing some people, they are sitting down, they are waiting, and many people have gathered. This is Balisier House me outside. Not me, no. Miss Primus, Hona, Oman, Richard, fellas. Miss Primus, Hona, woman. Hona, woman. Look, I don't know, no. Look, not me now, yeah. I'm not involved in them things. But we are here, and Balisier House, and let me see if I can go across and get some, and let me and see what is happening. So let me walk in a little closer, right? Let me walk in a little closer. Get the views of the people. We are not here to create bacchanal and mayhem. Yeah, we are here to just ensure that a smooth transition has taken place. Let me just, yeah. So we are seeing it here live and alive. To Akash. There you man. They are not for TV consumption. So we out here. Hey, somebody now come there. Who can come there, boy? Oh, that Miss Joni Williams. So Miss Joni Williams is here. So you see it. So the media has gathered. Yeah, media is here. And well, it's not a big crowd. So some people have their preferences, right? Some people have their preferences, and yeah, in having your preferences, there are some people who will say that they're supporting Penny, but Miss Penny has already said that she is throwing her hat behind, and supporting the Honorable Stuart Young. So I don't see what is the issue that has arise, but it must be ratified by the General Council, and then the General Council will then make the decision. And it should be a simple process to be. I don't think there should be any will or worries. Oh, you see Melba across the road there. Val has already made herself down here. Yeah. Hey, let me see if I can find out what is happening in the constituency here of Mova East. Oh, hey, Michael Eastman, you Mova Laventil. You only Mova Laventil executive, right? Tallman? All right, so let me go on the side now. If you want to go on the side, let me just talk to you for a minute. So I can talk to you for a minute. Right? So tell me something. What exactly happened with the Laventil East Mover constituency in terms of the candidates and them? How was that coming along?
It come along fine.
And have you all decided on who would be some of the prospective candidates that is winner?
I think they put about 4 or 5 candidates.
And the executive, you don't want to say whether or not if the executive
I can't speak to the executive unless they authorize me to speak to them.
All right, but you will be one of the persons who will be putting out on social media who you supporting basically.
No, 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 not really. Whoever the executive put up, whoever go up, I'm in full support of anyone.
And when would
We
you
all
all
are PNM.
and when would you all swearing be
I
taking
don't
place?
know.
But how come
I
you're down
can't.
here today?
I'm not PNM.
Yeah, but
I'm concerned about my party. No.
oh, you're not part. No, you're not part of the delegate who supposed the delegates
No.
to. All right, but tell me some things. But didn't they not say that for you all not to come out here today?
I know you talk about. Who said?
Oh, so
I don't have idea what you're asking. What you're asking?
no, but I'm asking you. If so, why didn't you out here basically today?
What? Wait.
You said you come out
I'm
here
at
to
a
support your
loss.
party, but if you are not part of General Council, then why are you here today?
I still don't understand what you're asking. Am I not a free moral agent? Am I not a Trinidadian, Trinbagonian?
Oh
Am I not a PNM?
no, I never.
Is this not part of Port of Spain? Am I not legally standing here on sidewalk, back by Bureau there?
Okay,
I don't
well,
understand what you're asking.
no, because you say here to you support the party. So I'm asking you if you're not part of General Council and we were told
I have to be
people,
part
the
of
members.
that's
No, but I'm
so I
asking
have to be part of General Council to support my party. You think,
outside of this point
yeah,
in time,
they would, so
even though you
just
would
now,
not ask to attend.
I still don't understand you.
No, I'm just asking. Even though you were told not to
Devon,
attend, then you were
I think you're
attending.
backing up the wrong tree.
No, I just asking.
You're looking for backing up.
No. I just asking.
You're backing up the wrong tree. You need to ask me questions that could trap me. And
I ain't trapping you.
you're not doing a very good job.
No, it's
like
not a
when
matter
I
of trapping
interview
you.
you,
No, it's not a matter of
I have
trapping you.
you rile up.
Why are you insinuating that?
But I'm saying,
Why are you insinuating
you're
that?
not doing a very good job as a media person.
But I'm asking you. No, but I'm asking you.
You're not asking proper
All right,
questions.
well, if you don't want to answer the question, then so.
No, I'm answering
but then
questions.
okay,
I'm
if you who you
answering
supporting, because it seems
So
that you're
we
down
know
here to
you're-
support somebody. Who are you supporting?
How it seems that I'm wrong. I told you I'm a PNM. I'm in support of the PNM on whatever decision the PNM make. I'm in full support of that.
Okay.
What else you want to hear?
Okay, well, you just all right. Well, thanks a lot.
So you want to look
Okay,
at
thanks.
for or against? No, I'm not for against anyone.
No, I just answered.
I'm a PNM.
No, I don't hear because okay.
Until I dead.
All right, no, because yeah, nobody down here, but you're here. But all right,
You here too?
that's strange. I'm here doing media.
You here doing here?
Yeah. Well, all right. You have a good day, sir.
What?
So
Charlie.
answer the questions.
When I interview
Well, that is well, that was Michael Eastman from the Mover Laventille East constituency. He's on their executive, but he's not part of the delegate system carded to attend the meeting today. So we thought we would have gotten a little interview from him. So we are here and we are here, so we are waiting. It will take a little while, as I tell you. No, you had no. Well, they're free. Let me tell you something. At the end of the day, as journalists and talk show hosts, you will ask questions because we all know that there will be those who are here with their agendas, and and some people will be here with mischief. Look, I'm seeing Mr. Kwesi Antoine. He just came out outside as a social media officer. Yeah, he just came outside. So people will be well. Let me tell you something, Kwashi. At the end of the day, Well, yeah. So we are here, and you will get to hear it first. So well, Mr. Christian Twine is going back into the no, he's out here. Well, they say about 6:30. All right, so the social media officer just said about 6:30. About 6:30. The meeting should come to an end, and we will then probably get a little feed. I'm seeing a member leaving the meeting. Now when I tell you, now there are some people who are pushing the talk of fallout when there's no falling out actually taking place, but it'll be a wondering miracle. So yeah, we here. I ain't gonna lie, the building, we're waiting for the building to finish, and as soon as the building is finished, trust me, I know that we will get a tour of the building. So we're waiting. Oh yeah, Gracie Robinson. That I tell you. I don't know why I called the man the wrong name, but yeah, Gracie Robinson. So we are waiting. We are waiting. No, don't worry, sir. The people already here. We are the sir. They don't need to hear more. Yeah. So we are waiting, and as soon as we see them coming out, we'll see if we get them to. We will see what is happening. Well, you are hearing them.
I shall open a lecture like you can go right now. I wanted to know. I'm on the base of the right now. Right now, here I shall open a chair.
So, hey, so we are on the live right now. I told you all I will be down at Balisier House, and I'm here in the capacity as media. So I'm making it clear I'm here in the capacity as media, and not in the capacity of any executive. So that I want to make it clear. So What is amusing to me is that what is amusing to me is that well, I can't say that. You all can say that, not me. As I said, there are those who are in disagreement, but they don't want to say it on the camera, but they say it off the camera. But you can hear them because the sensitivity of the volume here. So you know you just pick them up and you hear what they say. Let me just do that so you can hear. So
One idea with this team today, let them know a strong one from our front.
you seen Harvey Boris here coming. Look at you.
Harvey, you want to ask him some trick questions there? What you have Trick question.
Nobody go right there. It was because I am on the rock now. They are the first time was the line.
Oh, good. Don't forget let me call and the relationship. Yes, that is that's themselves. Mr. Nabio E. Yeah. That is them. Yeah, that is them. And company. I see like my director is not in studio as yet. My director is not in studio as yet. I don't know where's my director because she must be told that I may not have been broadcasting today. Yeah, the whole bandwagon. So yeah. So you hear them.
I don't business with that. I don't business with that. I don't business with that. What I do with it is not as strong as that.
The man is free to talk, let the man talk. I do understand that. The man is free to talk, but you can't stop people from talking. It's all right.
After knowing the angel, you are going to be land. And you understand? When you have to tell me that, I don't look away, take out my I see why I just say I will have 50.
Hey, let's picture it. And you can't tell me no. And you can't tell me no. I born and brought you, born and brought you.
I don't think you're going to be
Born and brought you.
I don't see why you have a problem, Mr. Eastman. No, I'm doing my life. I don't know why you have a problem with the media.
I went to one and buy the whole country tractor.
But that was, and I'm wait a minute. I'm not touching that. Because when I was fighting Rowley, Mr. Man, hello, Mr. Man.
She wanted something to eat, I think.
When you come to Martin, the content of comment of a long by back,
So,
she comes to man, I think, I will not sit down.
well, nobody has left the building as yet. About 6:30, we should see people coming out of the building.
Wow, anytime you put penny, you put penny, laws are election of I check that.
Black man, I tried to black woman in the
you are hearing it. That is the voice of some of these disgruntled.
Black man, black woman. It's black woman, not in
I told her that they go back. I don't like that woman. I actually don't. I just can't find
Let it go.
So, I want you to understand. Look at happening. Look at happening. This is politics, penny and ready for this work right now. Everybody telling you? So why don't we go with black man and black man and black man like that? Black woman. Right, nothing that.
No, there's no. Who's that? Who's that? So, in about the next hour or so, we should see people leaving Balisier house. I don't know. Hey, I love my country. Happy Boris. Let me see if we can Happy Boris here. Hey, Mr. Boris, 1 minute now. Come in. Yeah? Well,
this is the last daughter. The last daughter says she confused. She don't know someone going to with my party now. Huh?
Well,
democratic process. That what I'm doing? Yeah? Correct. Democratic process. See the democratic. Yeah. Correct is right. So, I know someone. This is.
hey, Mr. Lee Hunt is here. See? Well, I don't know why. People, you're getting it right here. You're getting it right here. Well, I don't know why people free to, Kevin, but people are gathering. We are here, and they're getting it first hand right here. So I will try to see if I can get Mr. Interview with Mr. Lee Hunt. I will try to see if I get him. Well, I don't know where people getting this thing from that the ministers and them, well, the MPs and them didn't keep the word and all. And I don't know where people getting that from. I think they have all kept their word. I think the problem is that it is people like Rhoda Barrett who is putting out misinformation in the public domain, and I don't know for what reason she's putting it in the public domain, and some people running with it. But at no point in time have I heard any MP say that they're going against what would have transpired in Tobago, and they're going against it. At no point in time. I don't know where people getting that from, but I am glad that but people was asked not to attend. I know the media would be here, but they can't stop people from coming out and supporting and doing what they have to do. But they have mixed different. They have people who are on different sides of the coin. So, hey Daniela, hey director, you're reaching. You're reaching, Daniela. Well, not directly, but I knowing the person, she would have stated that she's willing to work with Mr. Stuart Young and she's ready to move forward. Nobody's calling for, well, there are people who may want that, but that will have to be discussed and ratified again by General Council, and it is only here that will happen. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for coming in, director. Yeah. But people are still arriving. The media is here, and so we're waiting. It is an historical day today, and we will see what we just come to. The media is here to basically hear what General Council has ratified and what will then be happening from here on, basically. No, well, what I'm saying. Well, we have to wait to see what is happening. Some people want to give interviews, some people don't want to give interviews. Right? Some people want to give interviews, some people don't want to give interviews. But we are down at Balisier House, and trust me, well, I think Dane Wilson is here. So we will try to get the man who is supposed to have been working with so let me see if we will get an interview with him. All right, well, we're starting to see one by one. Hey, you look familiar, you know.
You too.
Well, I think it's only fair that you mind pain come up on the cruiser.
I don't care. Once I pass.
So you don't want to be on camera too. But I can ask you off camera.
What you represent?
Who I represent? I represent in media. I on bias, yes, bounce up. Yeah, bounceup.com. Huh?
Nothing off camera.
No action at no
camera.
No, well, look, when you say the search.
Cameras and the system has a sound.
No, well, yeah, you know, I'm asking you if you want to give any word.
Not at all.
You don't want to give a word on what
I was just passing by and I want to all these people stop here.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mind for anything.
All right.
I was passing too young. I was passing by and a camera drop from the sky. I was accused of stealing this
Yeah.
The electrician said, no, Mama, I was passing by and a camera drop from the sky.
All right. Well, we are here. So, Mr. Leon, I can ask you a few questions. Huh?
Okay.
Well, are you pleased with the process that is happening here today?
This is democracy at work, you know. At the end of the day, the organs of the party are doing their work, right? I hope that the outcome will result in a position that the larger membership will be able to have a say. And I think the process that should evolve is one that doesn't attempt to disenfranchise the large membership. I think this is a big thing, and I think we should ensure that the large membership of the party, the grassroots of the party, right, that we should pick a process that will facilitate them.
But isn't the process not wasn't done in the same manner? The members of parliament go among themselves, they vote for who they would like to see, and they put forward somebody as succession planning would have been done, and then they come to the Balisier House to ratify it amongst the General Council.
Find the process. When a prime minister is leaving, the prime minister of the country, right? The prime minister of the country is selected from the person who is the political leader of the person who commands the majority in the House. There are a number of precedents around the Commonwealth. The most recent being Pierre Trudeau in Canada.
Right.
Right? That when you decide to leave, once time permits, you allow your party to select a new political leader, and then when that process is finished, then that person will be the prime minister. And therefore, under that approach, under the one man, one vote, the PNM will have a convention. You as a member of the PNM will now say who you would like to be the political leader, right? And after that, so I ask you, which process will you prefer? One that will allow for you to pick a new political leader, right? Where you will vote, where you will examine Stuart Young and anybody else and pick, and then that person becomes prime minister, or a process whereby 21 members of parliament sit in the room and they pick somebody. Which one as a party member would you prefer?
Well, when you look at it from the...
No, I want you to answer which one will you as a party member prefer?
Well, it can only go based on the constitution.
No,
and
the constitution allows both.
No, well, no, not necessarily. No, not necessarily. Because the constitution does not deal with the party. It deals with the members of parliament and the person who commands the majority.
No, the constitution says, the constitution in part A says that the prime minister will be the person, the political leader of the party who commands the majority.
Right.
So that is one. So that is one. Part B says, if the prime minister doesn't, there is a method that you go about doing it. So all that you need to do is, in our case, the prime minister has decided that he doesn't want to be the leader anymore. He comes back to the party picks a new political leader, and that person then goes on, in keeping with the constitution, which is the preferred option to be the prime minister. In that way, we get all the members to vote.
But don't you agree that the time has come where we must look at, in terms of if there's supposed to be succession planning, and the prime minister, in his wisdom, is mentoring people, as the prime minister said, and looking for the suitable candidate? Don't you think that is not also a good sign that the party is growing in terms of looking at prospective persons within the party?
Well, honestly, I think there's a democracy. This is not somebody making a decision and mentoring a group of people. This organization is called the People's National. And therefore, the people are the ones that finally made that decision. I have no problem with the prime minister saying that, listen to me, this is my preferred choice, right? But the people, because these are the ones that will have to vote, and we have to mobilize to win. We must be able, just like we made a decision that we wanted Dr. Rowley, right? Because there was an election, and we picked Dr. Rowley versus Penelope Beckles. Now we should say, okay, we want as our political leader Mr. Young, Mr. Cummings, Mr. Harari, and we pick one, right? And whoever that person is, right? The prime minister could say, I prefer this person, and you could decide whether you want to listen to him or not listen to him, and pick a person that you choose. So that is all that I have been purporting or asking for. It doesn't matter. Process is what is important, right? And a process that does not disenfranchise the people. That's all. But at the end of the day, you know.
But you believe that if people are disenchanted?
Not disenchanted.
Disenfranchised?
Well, if a process is put in place where you could have had a vote, and you are not having a vote, I think you are being disenfranchised, because your vote, you are not getting the opportunity to exercise your vote. At the end of the day, you should be given the opportunity to exercise your vote. Whoever you vote for, that's your business.
Yeah.
That's your business. Yeah. And therefore, whoever is recommended to you, that is the person's recommender business. But you should decide, they recommend this person, I will listen to this recommendation. Or whether you choose not to listen. That is where we are. We are in a democracy. We are not in a position whereby somebody, I mean, I suppose in a monarchy, somebody is selected and groomed and that person is given to us. No, that's not where we are.
All right. Well, I want to thank you, Mr. Leon, and hope to see you.
Yeah, man. Listen, at the end of the day, we all care, you know. Whatever decision that is taken, right? I mean, whatever process. And as I said, this is not the first time the party leader has stood up before. The party leader, as you know, he's the prime minister today, but he has objected to a number of positions taken by the party, like Mr. Manning, right? And this is democracy in place. So at the end of the day, please, it doesn't mean because somebody have a different view, no, would have liked some way to happen differently, that we want to talk about the party must always be united, but there's nothing like a collective mind, you know. And it doesn't mean because people disagree,
they can agree,
that they can't agree some other time. We mustn't be disagreeable. I am not cussing anybody. I am not doing it. I'm not being disrespectful. I am simply have a different view.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Mr. Leon, and hope to see you in the future.
Come on, I am.
All right. So there you have it. Yes, there you have it. So we are on the ground. Let me see if I get to talk to Mr. Dean Wilson. Well, we seen Mr. Kwesi coming outside, so let me see what's happening now. So, all right, apparently, all right, so bounce up media.
I know that media, no, we go to that now.
You don't know bounce up, you don't bounce up central.
I mean, everybody else has it and I will pay.
Well, I do understand that. Okay.
I am back to pay.
No, you I can't do that. You can't do that. I can't do that. Well, you came for this? I don't know.
So we are inside. So stand by as we broadcast live from inside. Bounce up. I was here last time. Probably the fighting is media houses now. Somebody coming in here.
So when someone was live, they could at least live. Oh, that was common courtesy.
Oh,
you see, so maybe media should teach you that's common courtesy to tell my life.
Well, we were always live.
No, what I am saying.
Oh, sorry about it. Sorry about it. Well, the next time we go.
No, that's common courtesy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anybody who has phones up on the everybody have phones up on the table, all good? I want to close this door. So give me the bags and I'll pull up the bags in the corner. No problem. Anybody have ice? Yeah.
All right, so I am going to.
Good. Anybody else have any mind to put on? So for the photo journalists. But folks, I want to talk freely. I don't know if you want to not have that live.
All right, let me just go backstage.
Okay, so it is my understanding that maybe only 2 members will come here. So for those two photo assignments,
and racial intolerance, the military service, even the police, city hall is office, straight to the hall of justice, no money there lending, the bank money redlining, if somehow you get money, landlord say no vacancy, there is no wisdom in science.
Alright, so let's tell them when they're actually walking, I just shift the camera because the positioning I'm in a profile. So once they're walking, I just shift the camera. Let them be aware that. Okay, we might fly, but then I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
So we're just waiting on the arrival. We're just waiting on the arrival, and as soon as we let it go, yeah. So,
Lo mismo que van a año Jerry o no hay Balisier no hay que jugar con la Rowley. Hola, Rowley. From before. Coming in on the before, usually we
All right, go on audio, please. Director.
Yeah. There you go. I'm gonna try to keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'll be able
Yeah, you don't.
Okay, so we are ready to start. We are ready to start. We start in 2 minutes time. So stand by, stand by. We going live.
You leave on us.
They can go for an income, man. You go to some So what you're seeing, well, the meeting is completed here downstairs, and we in the press conference room waiting for the press conference to be live. Here's the press conference room, and I'm just waiting for them to come out. There are people gathering outside actually. Delegates coming downstairs. So we're just waiting. That's all we can do. Just wait. So it's interesting. The chairman and the secretary is supposed to be addressing the press conference. And I'm seeing Miss Maxine, one of the welfare officer actually, for the party. Outside on the floor. Leadership room, dining room, and let me just review the room here. Let me just review the room here. What I am seeing. Right, so we have a collection of the box, which is on the right hand side, the Prime Minister. Yeah, for the Ferreira book, Balisier House, you know, in Chambers turn. No, I didn't add on I-95.5 talking about citizens discussion. Is it you know? So a lot of action is happening. Delegates are walking out. So just waiting to see in the next 5 minutes. It's our press conference is being. Look, I'm not going down that road now. I'm not going down that road. That's watching. I need to use the carry it. Yes, so right, so what road failures, the truth? Well, we in the room right now, waiting on the Prime Minister and the General Secretary and the Chairman to come out. No, you can't confirm, but here in the building, but you can't confirm, but I don't know if he will come to address. But we waiting. But all smiles are happening. People are smiling, people are happy. Yeah, long time. Long time. 3 more minutes to make 15. Oh boy. Maybe I want All right, so they're coming. So we're going live now. Let's go. Chairman and Mr. Stuart Young. Yeah, good here.
Everyone. Those are people who are ready.
Yeah.
Good evening all. I want to thank you for your patience and for being here this evening at the Cabinet meeting of the General Council PNM. Let me just reiterate that this was a regular meeting of the General Council. The council meets monthly in most cases. And today we followed the regular agenda of General Council meeting. The PNM, of course, a very experienced party, a very disciplined party. The meeting was conducted by Mr. Young, chairman. The meeting was quite orderly, and persons participated and raised issues that they were part of during general business. At the conclusion of the meeting, I should indicate that there was no motion before the floor put by any member dealing with any matter whatsoever. The persons did raise many concerns or different issues that would be a normal thing at a general council meeting. At the end of the day, we continue to be a strong and united party, ready to continue to represent the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I would also indicate that as of the time of this press conference, all 21 members of the House of Representatives of the PNM have signed on to agree and approve Minister Stuart Young to take over the office of Prime Minister upon the retirement of Prime Minister Rowley.
Thank you very much, Minister Cummings, General Secretary of the PNM. My message this evening is a very, very simple message. My message is, first of all, I'd like to thank the Honorable Prime Minister and the political leader of the PNM, Dr. Rowley, continuing his leadership of this great party. Importantly, my message is one of unity and unification. I have been in very good dialogue, in particular with my colleagues, Minister Cummings and many of my other colleagues. And what you're seeing here this evening at Balisier House is what you would expect to see from the People's National Movement. What you're seeing here this evening at Balisier House is historic. This evening at Balisier House, the General Secretary and myself, as chairman, are pleased to tell Trinidad and Tobago what you are going to be seeing as you roll out Team PNM. You're going to be seeing Team PNM going to the population as a unified party, strengthened party, a party that has a lot to offer the population. And I look forward to working with my colleagues in a manner that will present to this population something that maybe you will be unprepared for in the most positive of manners. We're going to be seeing unity, and we're going to be seeing historical things happening that will only uplift Trinidad and Tobago. And I'd like to use this opportunity now at this time to personally thank Minister Cummings, General Secretary, for working as closely as he did with me over the last few days to ensure that we are presenting to the Team PNM to the population. To thank all of 20 of my colleagues. Unfortunately, not 21, because of course of the passing of our colleague and dear friend, Mr. Morris Jr. So, thank you all very, very much, and look forward to how we continue to unfold this chapter in Trinidad and Tobago's history. Thank you.
Just want to join with my colleague, Mr. Young, in reinforcing the point that the PNM is united and strong. Every member of parliament is united behind Minister Young in this new responsibility that he is to take on. Our party executive and party members are excited about the prospects of the future, and we look forward to continue to bring good governance to that. Questions?
21 signatures, all 21 signatures of all 21 PNM MPs.
Including the Prime Minister, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's 20.
And when will he take over?
When the Prime Minister retires.
So let me sign over after somebody.
It is not a letter, it was a signature of confirmation of what happened in Tobago and the agreement between all of us to stand as a united front as we move forward.
So they have
party resignation.
So they have no date right now, you don't know.
Yes, there is no date.
How did you convince the other 9 to have a vote? So you have to convince 9.
I think it really was a matter of convincing, as I indicated, and Mr. Cummings can continue the conversation. We had certain discussions, and we always knew, I believe, that we would end up at this point, and it really was a matter of convincing. This is exactly where I expected us as People's National Movement to end. I believe this
So the issue was settled.
Well, let Mr. Cummings, yes,
well, it's a matter of consensus building. At the end of the day, we are all members of PNM. We all have the best interest of the party at heart, and we are just very happy that we have reached to this point today where we can move forward, as I indicated. Yes.
I was asking whether it was settled on Thursday, the meeting that was held on Thursday.
All of the matters that would have been ventilated prior to were settled, yes, since this.
in terms of the party's political leadership in that community.
At the General Council, you mean? Well, party members raise concerns at the General Council. The General Council, of course, is a free council where people raise all matters. And as I said, there was no motion before the floor. The members raised several issues.
one of them would be.
including the question of beach. Everything was adequately addressed.
What were the concerns raised?
We have to invite you to the meeting.
What is said in general council stays in general council. That is something that we're very, very and he's in the right place here. Balisier also could get a membership form right here. We, as a general council normally ends, the political leader did address the membership, and he addressed all of us, and he said what he had to say, and he reiterated and provided, because of course, the vast majority of members of general council have not been in the intricate part of the journey. But I think coming out of that, everybody in the room understood, and there was consensus there as well.
According to the Constitution, the General Council does have the power to call for a special convention. Now that convention can't deal with the issue of political leadership or any
Well, there is no vacancy for the leader at this time. And as I always say, when it is before us, we will address it. At this point in time, that issue does not arise. Dr. Rowley continues to be the political leader of PNM. He has indicated that he will resign as Prime Minister, and when that time comes, our candidate is Minister Young, of course, and we are 100% behind Minister Young in that regard. Any other question?
Well, with the issue that you have a Prime Minister who is not the political leader of the party.
You all are trying to jump ahead of it. So the answer is the Prime Minister has indicated he's going to resign. Next stage that has to take place is the President of the Republic has to make a decision based on the provisions of the Constitution. The PNM, being the responsible party that it is, met, we had discussions amongst ourselves, the parliamentary caucus of the lower house. We took a vote, and today we're hearing that all 21 members standing behind that outcome, and that is what is going to go forward. So Mr. Cummings, the General Secretary, has said, we in the PNM will take this thing step by step. There is no vacancy there, there's no resignation of either a Prime Minister or political. It also was explained to us in General Council, it is not an unusual and abnormal situation. For example, Tobago, just here with the PNM, in Tobago, the highest level of the executive officer, minority leader in Tobago is Kelvin Morris, but then the leader of the PNM Council, the Tobago Council, is Senator Ansel Dennis, who's also a deputy political. So we in the PNM are not going to allow, we can't stop outsiders from getting in and trying to create issue, but we are sure what it is we're doing and where we are going.
Because the voters of Tobago before, they are expressing a concern that they have been kept out of the democratic process. It feels very a very top-down approach. And they were calling for that special convention because they don't feel it's sustainable to go to a general election where they themselves don't know who their new political leader will be.
Well, gentlemen and ladies, at the end of the day, we have settled on the matter who will be replacing Dr. Rowley as Prime Minister. As I said earlier, when the matter of political leaders before us, we will treat with that. As it is now, we are united behind Mr. Young, and we will continue to give that support to make sure that he can get into this role and continue to serve Trinidad.
What are the timelines for all of this to take place with Dr. Rowley?
We just asked that. It will be when the Honorable Prime Minister decides. That is absolutely up to Dr. Keith Rowley. When he decides to resign, what the PNM is presenting to the population today is a seamless transition to the post of Prime Minister. That is signed, sealed, and delivered, and that's the end of that. With respect to what else has been raised, we've adequately addressed it. But one thing I'd like to tell the population, and as well as the members of the PNM, articulated very clearly in General Council today. There are two constitutions at play here. There is the constitution of the country of Trinidad and Tobago for the determination of the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. We've adequately addressed that. Then there's the PNM's constitution, which determines that of political leader. And again, as the General Secretary has said, and as I am saying as Chairman, I am no fear that too will be adequately addressed again.
I want to assure you that the PNM is not, the PNM is the oldest political party in this country, and we have experience in treating with all of these matters. And therefore, you can be assured, both members of the public and members of the PNM, who we hold very dear, that at the appropriate time, all of these matters, when it comes before us, will be addressed adequately. dissatisfaction of the citizens of Trinidad.
Speak to Minister Beckles. And Minister Beckles is part of the General Council, so Minister Beckles is very present here. Minister Beckles participated in the meeting and the discussions with me and Minister Cummings and others on Thursday night. All right, thank you all very much. What I'd like to say is this is what Trinidad and Tobago now has to face and look forward to. Team PNM. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. I'll do a quick summary.
Just for
Thank you all very much.
right, so good evening, Mr. Amy. Will be live, Well, we lied, so I tell you we lied. So, would you be the prospective candidate for the Comartin West when Mr. Rowley steps down?
Tonight is not the night for constituency business. Tonight is the night for general party business, which we handle in good order and decent. PNM style. Soon, we can have a further
conversation on that. Okay. Hey. Well, we live, Mr. Curtis Shane, the chairman for Tabaki constituency. So are you pleased?
Yes, I am.
You're pleased? Why are you running from the camera? So you are here in it live. Let's see if we get Mr. Faisal Wari.
Motion asking for it, that it be discussed, etc. Complete opportunity was given to that, and there was no motion presented. So, as the representative for San Fernando West, with nearly 26,000 electors, I have an obligation to listen to that, because in my mind, Section 76 of the Constitution speaks to me. If you look at 76(1)(e), it speaks to the political. It speaks to the leader of the party in the house that controls the minority. And B only speaks and comes into effect, in my opinion, when A fails. And B says where there is no undisputed leader, then you go through a process. So today was important because for me, for San Fernando West, and speaking to the people with the authority I have as their representative, I needed to understand that the General Council of the PNM, representing nearly 350,000, 400,000 people with 41 constituencies upstairs, were happy that the treating of prime ministership versus political leadership was in order, and that is what came out today. So there's no dispute in the PNM. We are absolutely sure that the resignation of the prime minister, intended as it is flow. No motion came for a political leader to be appointed other than Dr. Rowley. So what we have is a precedent now that is quite interesting, because in my research, I could not come across a situation where one resigns as prime minister and holds on to political leadership. It's certainly groundbreaking. That shows Trinidad's strength. Today, in essence, we're doing something that nobody thought was possible. And what is that? The glass ceiling that supposedly existed in the PNM as to race is not an issue in the PNM, so endorsed
by our General Council of 41 constituencies for their nominees present. You have to understand how landmark that is. That is landmark because no other political party is in that situation. Not at all. It was very respectful, it was measured, it was proper PNM position. When you get there, even the political leader is subjected to whatever the General Council says. So I've been a General Council now since 1996. This was a very measured General Council, but understand my personal position. Whilst I have a personal view that Minister Young is appropriately qualified, there are others who are qualified to be Prime Minister, but in the room of 21 of us, Minister Young is our choice. Yes, there was a division, but the agreement was that you would support, the majority would support the full view. That's never been in question. Where the issue of unanimity of views came is where the Honorable Prime Minister said, well, look, my resignation will be sometime in the future. Remember, you don't sign anything until the actual vacancy is created. So the occasion to sign a document saying really understand really comes when a resignation happens and the president is then invited to consider a position. There was never an issue on that. But as a responsible member of parliament, in my case, I have an obligation to listen to what the General Council says, lest it becomes viewed to be something that was set up. And today I'm fully satisfied that is not the case. We have broken a huge glass ceiling in this country that people said the PNM could never do. I'm warmed and thrilled about that. There is unanimity in our team to have full support. There will be an implementation plan under Prime Minister to change. We are very enthused and happy about the position.
When he's thinking of leaving?
That is a matter only for the Prime Minister's view. The calling of an election date, his resignation date, there. But now we're satisfied that our democratic process in the PNM has been observed.
What exactly mended the division?
There was no mending. There was no need to mend. The question is, what was required? What was required in my mind and my position nationally is that what was required was an opportunity for the General Council to have its view. Remember, the urgency of making a decision right now because something is happening tonight is very different from the urgency of making a position because it's going to happen 2 months from now. And in that circumstance, to remove any doubt, it's prudent to allow the General Council to have a view. And today, a couple of days after, we've had our General Council, and there is unanimous purpose behind that. So for me, that makes eminent sense so that there can be no speculation. I feel confident that I can approach the electors of San Fernando West and say to them, listen, we have an undisputed position. Our leadership is settled. This is a very different equation from other political parties. Question to you, the members of the media, will be, when your interrogation now turns to our political opponents, will they have the courage to elect the first non-East Indian leader of the UNC, for example, and what process will go there? And I am ecstatic that the democracy of the PNM is where it is and that the results are what they are.
My last question. Ms. Douglas looked very defeated and disappointed when she moved out. What message you want to have for her?
So I respect the fact that Ms. Beckles didn't speak of her. I saw that. But I am the PRO of the PNM. I'm standing before you now. I'm doing two things. I'm speaking to my personal position that I'm concerned about the confluence of the joining of political leadership and prime ministership, specifically as a lawyer now, because Section 76(1) of the Constitution speaks to the leader, the president shall appoint the leader of the party that has the majority in the House. So there's a connection. In those circumstances, you got to find out what your membership says. Today, it's undisputed that the membership is fully on board. And that gives me immense pride. Today, we've made history in what people said the PNM could never do. The PNM said that the PNM could, the people, our detractors said that the PNM could never have a non-African leader as prime minister. That was said far and wide, we have broken a ceiling. That was your last question, right? Yeah. It's your third last question. Just easy. The Prime Minister is his usual reflective self. We all know our Prime Minister is very strident, speaks his mind. He's on his way out. He's given his service. He was himself. I've been speaking to Mr. Young continuously. I've expressed privately my full support for Minister Young. I want you to understand that in this situation, I have to divorce myself from my personal views versus the views that I think I as an elected representative have to have. Today, they have coincided, and that is where I am. You're most welcome. Okay, take care, everyone.
Well, so there you have it. That was the PRO of the party, and yeah, what questions do you want me to ask? I ask no here, give me the question because I don't see any question to ask really and truly because I think everything was clarified, and you know, it's now to move forward, and I think the campaigning will start, and let the people. So the campaigning has started, and let's see what the opposition, as he said, will be saying. And like I said, like Paul said one Wednesday night, the opposition, and basically, yeah, it is a reflection of what is going to happen. We are down here live at Balisier House. You did hear from the PRO of the party. Well, it's up to you if you want to talk, but I can't force them to talk. Let me see if we can talk. Well,
My friend
bounce up media. If you to talk.
You don't want to say anything.
No, you will be able to say anything based on that.
You want to talk to the rest?
No. Yeah, no. Well, yeah, but no, she may not be able to talk it down if they put them out to talk and things. But I think the mood is good at Balisier House, and we will see in the coming months what is going to happen. And well, Mr. Harvey, you don't want to talk. Harvey, you don't want to talk.
I honestly.
Harvey, you don't want to talk. Eh? Well, I already got Stuart position, Mr. Minister Stuart position already. We was in the press conference, so we'll see what's happening. But we are out here, and we will look to wrap up in a little bit because we have been out here for about since what? About after 4, and it's now after 7. So you are seeing some of the candidates who will be contesting who will be going up, prospective candidates, and we are going to see what is happening and continues to happen in terms of the unifying force going forward in this general election. Now the question must be pointed now to, we must now point the question. Well, plenty of them done leave already. But yeah, I think they're gone. And so I believe let me just go back to me here. I'll wait on me for a while until they come up because, yeah, so we must get on to try to go down to the UNC camp to find out from Kamala Prasad successor when would she be stepping down, and let a non no, we will be asking that and asking her when would we see a non East Indian running the party, as Mr. Faisal already said, and you know, to reflect Trinidad and Tobago as a whole and how we move forward from as that way. So all, as I said, it was a simple process. I told you all last night it would have been a simple process. There was no hard maths. And all the fanfare that was taking place, there was no need for those fanfares to take place, but you know, some people like to hide things. And I think Source will now be eating her words in terms of what she was putting out, misinformation in the public domain. So let's hear what how Rhoda Barrett responds now to the misinformation that she has been putting out in the public domain. But I asked her to ask the question because I think it was clear. Everything was clear. It didn't have nothing to ask again. So I don't know what people want me to ask in a meeting that we don't want me to ask. After the resignation, then it will have questions to ask. But for now, there's no question to ask. It was a simple process and we move forward from there. So tomorrow is no when no we do the transition. When that happens, no, when that happens, then people can ask a million and one question on how we move forward from there. But for now, we are outside of Balisier House and we're looking to wrap up. Tomorrow is POINTT. Tomorrow is POINTT. You know, yeah, I'm outside in the night, you know, down at Balisier House.
We're supposed to be in your bed sleeping. To work in the morning.
No. Don't ask me to work for Carnival. And I tell you no, straight up, don't ask me to be on the road with no camera. I can have the camera, no, but I had to have body camera. So I put on body camera on the road Monday and Tuesday. So you will see me on the road Monday and Tuesday. Right? So don't beat up. I will be on the road Monday and Tuesday. And tonight, I think it have I think tonight is Bishop Fed. Not too far from here, so I think that's why everybody want to run down to Bishop Fed tonight. So John calls for Trinidadians like to go and party, yeah? So people are ready to go, and we will be ready to hit the road for campaigning 2025. Stuart Young, Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. So people, Bishop Fett is right on the run, and I looking to sign out. So see you here tomorrow on Culture Point from 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Have a great and blessed evening. Let me just